Welcome to your 11th stop on tour, Lahaina Point. Here, you also have three waypoints worth discussing: Kamehameha's Brick Palace, the Pioneer Inn, and the Lahaina Lighthouse. This lighthouse is the oldest lighthouse in all of the Pacific Ocean, or, more accurately, this is the fourth version of the oldest lighthouse in the Pacific Ocean. The first three were wooden structures of varying heights. The first was only 9 feet tall, but as Lahaina grew behind it, it was elevated up to 27 feet tall. Then, the town continued to grow, so it was re-elevated to 55 feet. Then, in the 1960s, the U.S. Coast Guard encased the interior and exterior of that 55-foot tower in concrete. It's still only the third height, but this is the fourth version. Next is the Pioneer Inn. It was built in 1901. And though it is Hawaii's oldest continually operated hotel, it doesn't represent the beginning of the tourist era. It wasn't built to entice people to visit Maui, but rather to accommodate people coming here to negotiate trade agreements with the sugar refinery. As I said earlier, the fields themselves, the growth of the sugarcane, was operated by Alexander and Baldwin Co., but they sold the raw sugar to Pioneer Mill Co., who operated the refinery. This company built the inn, hence the name, Pioneer Inn. It was built so visiting businessmen and women could sleep in an accommodation other than their ships. There was one hotel older than this, over on Oahu, but it is now a museum. You can still book a room at Pioneer Inn. In fact, even though it's operated by Best Western, it is quite in demand. You're in the heart of Lahaina, there's lots of historical significance, and it has a limited availability for rooms. When it was built, there were only 36 rooms. Today, there are only 36 rooms. If you'd like to stay here for our biggest event of the year, dubbed the Mardi Gras of the Pacific, a parade and party on Halloween, you've got a 12-year waiting list at Pioneer Inn. Lastly, we've got Kamehameha I's Brick Palace, not to be confused with either the Royal Palace or Kamehameha III's Pleasure Palace. This was built by Kamehameha I to show off Western culture to his new wife, Keopuolani. She hated it. It was poorly ventilated, and she much preferred the grassy, open-air huts on the royal palace, so they moved back to Moku'ula, and the brick building became used as a storage facility and watchtower for the harbor. All that remains of this brick palace is the red brick foundation, but it was the first Western-style building in all of Hawaii. From here, there's only one more stop before heading back to the bike shop, so I'll see you shortly at the Baldwin home.